It's a song you don't even like. You haven't heard it in years, and right now, entirely against your will, it is playing on a perfect, endless loop inside your skull. You didn't choose it, you can't switch it off, and it's always the exact same 8 seconds, around and around and around. Welcome to the earworm. Scientists, who clearly enjoy themselves, call it involuntary musical imagery. And almost nobody escapes it. Around 90% of people get one at least once a week. Most don't mind, but about a third find them genuinely unpleasant. And it's almost never the whole song, it's a fragment, the chorus, the hook, 15, maybe 30 seconds on a loop. So why would your own brain hijack itself with a song? And so often, a song you genuinely hate. Start with where it lives. Tucked inside your working memory is a kind of inner voice, a little mental rehearsal studio that quietly replays sounds and words and tunes. Normally it's useful. It's how you hold a phone number in your head for 10 seconds. But a really catchy hook slips into that studio, hits play, and then simply refuses to lift the needle. The same few seconds, around and around, like a record skipping in a groove. And here's the strange part. Brain scans show that when a song is stuck, the regions that handle real hearing light up almost as if the music were actually playing. Your ears are silent. Your auditory cortex never got the message. But why a loop? Why doesn't it just stop? Here's the leading idea, and it's oddly satisfying. Your brain cannot stand an unfinished thing. Psychologists call it the Zeigarnik effect. We nag at incomplete tasks far more than completed ones. And an earworm is almost always a fragment, a chorus, a hook, never the whole song. So your brain keeps replaying it, straining to reach an ending it never actually arrives at. It is, quite literally, an itch it cannot scratch, and the stickiest songs are not random. In a study of thousands of reported earworms, researchers found they share a recipe. A faster, upbeat tempo, a melody whose overall shape is simple and easy to sing, but, crucially, with one unexpected twist buried inside it, an odd little leap, or a strange repetition that most songs don't have. Familiar enough to hum without thinking, just weird enough that your brain trips on it and replays it to take another look. The same few tunes top the earworm charts over and over. Things like Bad Romance, Can't Get You Out of My Head, and, almost cruelly, Don't Stop Believin'. I'm not going to sing them. You're welcome. Catchy, it turns out, is a formula, and a handful of songwriters have it down to a science. Now notice when they appear. The shower. The walk to work. The washing up. An earworm almost always strikes when your mind is idle and wandering, with nothing much to hold on to. Hand your brain a quiet, empty moment, and it raids the jukebox. A recent listen will do it. So will the smallest reminder of the tune. Stress feeds it too, and the more music you love and listen to, the more earworms you get. Musicians are absolutely plagued by them. An under-occupied mind, it seems, would simply rather play the hits than sit in silence, which is exactly why the cures work. First, the strange one. Chew gum. In a real experiment, gum chewers shook their earworms far faster, because chewing quietly hijacks the very same inner voice machinery the song was using to replay itself. Second, and this feels like cheating, just listen to the whole song, right to the end. Give your brain the ending it was so desperate for, and the loop finally closes. Or hand your mind a task that's absorbing but not impossible. Too easy, and it drifts back to the music. Too hard, and you can't settle at all. So the song trapped in your head is not a glitch, and it is not a sign of anything wrong. It's simply a loop your mind can't quite close, spun up by the very same machinery that lets you carry a tune, recognize a friend's ringtone from 2 rooms away, or remember a melody at all. It is, in the end, the price of a brain that's rather good with music. There is, however, one small problem. You have now spent 6 entire minutes thinking about earworms, which means that one is, at this exact moment, quietly loading. You're welcome. If your brain doing its own thing without your permission is the kind of mystery you enjoy, you'll like the next one, on why you can't tickle yourself no matter how hard you try. Same channel, same nervous little man,